Do you think you know everything about animals? Let's put that to the test with animal Coong right now. In the last video, we witnessed how some animals are struggling to adapt to a changing world, from polar bears hunting on land and sea turtles relocating their nesting grounds to dolphins adjusting their hunting behaviors. But the story of adaptation doesn't end there. Many more species are facing unprecedented challenges, forcing them to change in order to survive. African elephants are turning into nocturnal creatures, snowy owls are shifting their hunting strategies, and hammerhead sharks are migrating farther in search of food. Climate change is transforming everything, and nature has no choice but to adapt. Today, let's continue our journey with animal Coong as we explore the incredible survival strategies of animals and see whether they can withstand the increasingly harsh challenges ahead. Climate change is heating up the oceans, triggering a chain reaction of ecological shifts. One of the biggest victims of this phenomenon is the hammerhead shark. To survive, they have no choice but to migrate to new waters, cooler regions with more abundant food sources. But this also means their hunting journey is now longer, harder, and far more dangerous. Instead of hunting within familiar territories, they must now travel hundreds of kilometers just to find their next meal. Not only do they have to swim further, but hammerhead sharks are also forced to change their hunting strategies. Previously, they primarily hunted fish in shallow coastal waters. Now, they must dive into deeper regions, where high pressure and lower oxygen levels make hunting even more challenging and energy draining. Hammerhead sharks are traveling farther than ever before, but is there still enough space in the ocean for them to survive? Or will their desperate escape eventually lead to a dead end? African elephants, the giants of the savannah, are not exempt from the impacts of climate change. As temperatures rise and water sources become scarcer, they have had to adjust their way of life to survive. One of the most striking changes, becoming more active at night. These massive creatures are gradually transforming into creatures of the dark to avoid the scorching daytime heat. In the past, elephants roamed and foraged during the day, but with unbearable temperatures, that is no longer possible. Now, they rest during daylight hours and move under the moonlight in search of food and water. Some even revisit long dried rivers, hoping to uncover hidden underground water sources. These journeys can last for days or even weeks, all in the quest to find a single remaining waterhole. The search for water has never been more grueling for elephants, but with the savannah drying up, where will their giant footsteps take them next? Snowy owls, the ghostly hunters of the Arctic, are renowned for their incredible hunting skills against a backdrop of endless white snow. But everything is changing at an alarming pace, with winters growing shorter, snow melting faster, and their primary food source, rodents, becoming scarcer. These birds have no choice but to adapt, and the speed at which they must change has never been greater. Previously, snowy owls hunted during the day, using their white plumage to camouflage in the snow. But now, as the environment shifts, they have started hunting at night. With their extraordinary hearing and sharp vision, they can detect prey even in complete darkness. Not only that, but they must now travel further, expanding their hunting territories to find alternative food sources. This increases competition with other predators and raises the risk of conflicts. In the cold, but increasingly unforgiving Arctic, snowy owls are fighting to hold their ground. But can they maintain their place in the food chain? Or will they be pushed out by more dominant predators? When it comes to underwater warriors, electric eels stand out as one of nature's most unique hunters, armed with the ability to generate hundreds of volts of electricity. But now, they are being forced to upgrade their weaponry to cope with an increasingly hostile environment. No longer using electricity just for hunting, they now rely on it for self-defense in riskier waters. With rivers drying up and water temperatures rising, electric eels can no longer hunt the way they used to. Previously, a short burst of electricity was enough to stun their prey, but now, in low oxygen waters with weaker currents, they must unleash stronger and more frequent shocks to secure their meals. Not only that, but they must also strike faster, as their prey has become more alert to environmental changes. But here's the problem. Generating electricity consumes a lot of energy. The more powerful the shock, the more food the eel needs to replenish its strength. This creates a vicious cycle, hunting more to generate power, but needing more power to hunt. Every animal in this video is fighting to adapt, but is adaptation alone enough? Some have found new ways to survive, while others are still struggling with enormous challenges. However, the most important thing is, they cannot do this alone. We humans are part of nature. The changes we create directly impact millions of species on Earth, but that also means we have the power to help them. Which animal from today's video do you think has the best chance of adapting? And is there a way for us to support them? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Animal Coong so we can protect the natural world together.